Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now. The name of a podcast that links beer to, or in fact one bottle of beer, to the doomsday understanding of your business? Well, quite simply, one bottle of beer is all it takes to understand that your business is in trouble. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. Very, very funny story that's happened in the last few days with a good friend of mine, and understanding exactly how that one situation is a catalyst for you to make sure that you identify when your business is actually in trouble. So let's get stuck in right now. So obviously I'm not really drawing much of a long straw here with what I'm going to say. Well, maybe I am, but simply put, a few days ago, a really good friend of mine, let's just call him Scott, okay? Now, Scott was on the phone to me and telling me about a bit of a strange situation where he actually had a very bad smell of alcohol, beer to be totally honest, in his car. Now, hang with me while I explain this, because it's very poignant to actually understanding that this is going to show you exactly what's going wrong in your business right now. So, one bottle of beer in his car, one bottle of beer spilt in his car, not opened by said person Scott, but actually opened of its own accord. Now, that obviously empties in the car, it stinks the car out, and between traveling with a few clients between clinics, made for an exceptionally horrible smell and very bad environment to be trying to operate within. So as a result, it was a trip to a car cleaner, and not just a car cleaner, but let's get the inside primarily cleaned and vacuumed, and didn't quite do enough, so they had to do the shampooing and all of that type of stuff. Quite a significant delay during the day, quite a significant time bearing on what was going to be a very busy day for him, and also a financial burden for him as well, all because of one bottle of beer. And again, that bottle of beer didn't open because he was drinking. The bottle of beer was just left in the car in the back seat. What I later found out when we were having a good chat about it was that it had actually been there for several days and rolling around. So Scott knew it was there. This person, Scott, right? Knew it was there, didn't do anything about it. Chose to bury his head in the sand as such. I'll get it later. I'll attend to it later. And he's also even admitted that several times he thought, what if it breaks open? What if the glass breaks? What if it spills everywhere? So even though the warning signs were there, even though the triggers were there, that he had a bit of a feeling this might happen, for whatever reason, maybe he was too busy and he tried that whole, I'm too busy. Maybe it's, I forgot to get it out. Maybe it's, I'll get it out when I finish driving later, and later never comes. Doesn't matter what the excuse was, and you can probably see how I'm drawing parallels to challenges in your business right now. Regardless of why he didn't do it, whether it was a genuine excuse or not, the fact of the matter is he didn't get the bottle out of his car, and as a net result, his car suffered, his finances suffered, his time suffered, clients suffered, and hey, he's probably suffering right now listening to us having a bit of a laugh at his expense right now. And so here's the thing, guys. One bottle of beer quite simply can actually show you what's going on in your business right now. What's that one bottle of beer that is rolling around in your back seat right now? The bottle of beer that's rolling around in your operations or your admin, your systems, your marketing, in your business right now that you know you need to attend to. You've probably known it for weeks. You're probably thinking right now, well, it's actually three things. Well, great, you've actually got 3 bottles of beer rolling around in the back of your business car that you need to deal with right now. And so, whether we like it or not, the first thing you have to do is admit you have a problem, which is kind of funny with this story around Scott, because I kept saying, look, at the end of the day, you've got to admit you have a problem, mate. You've got beer in your car. So without getting into that side of it, we do actually have to understand that the first part of being able to fix a problem in your business is actually admitting you have a problem in the first place. Now, that doesn't mean throwing your hands up and quitting and running away from problems or just denying it's there. It's just simply going, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm thinking that the team member that we've got this problem with, we need to do something about it. We need to better manage them. We need to fix these problems, etc. Maybe it's a problem with your billing structures and cash flow's hurting at the moment. And we're actually trying to deny that there's a problem, but ultimately, if we were to look around and find that beer bottle, we'd find that you're owed $15,000 or $20,000 in receivables that need to be coming in that you haven't actually chased. And again, just like it was with Scott, I'm not going to sit there and be critical of why. Maybe it has been timing. Maybe you've been on a holiday. Maybe someone's left and you've had to do the hiring process. There's been other focuses, other priorities. So there may be some very genuine reasons why or why not that has or hasn't occurred. We're not here now to actually dig into that and make you feel bad about why it's not been done. We're here to actually start to go, right, well, first of all, let's actually admit we have a problem. Let's put our hand up and say, I've got a problem and maybe I've been procrastinating for a while. Maybe I've been trying to deny that it's there. Just like said person Scott with the beer bottle rolling around the back of his car for several days, not doing anything about it, completely aware that something could happen. Now here's the other thing. You might be in that situation going, well, I've always had beer bottles rolling around the back of my car. Maybe not always, but you've had it before and nothing happened. Absolutely. Just like in your business, you might have some of these challenges that actually won't have a huge bearing or a doomsday effect on your business. And that's fantastic because we do have those in our business at different times. It's not the, one problem is a catalyst to everything moving forward, but what we do have to actually understand is the fact that it only takes one beer bottle, one little problem in your business to railroad everything moving forward. And the catalyst of the challenges to our time, to our finances or cash flow, to the environment or smell that we have to put up with, that Scott had to put up with, for instance, is a stark reminder that it only takes one beer bottle to actually be the momentum gatherer of negativity or decline for your business. So let's actually do two things as a net result of this podcast today. Let's actually, first of all, admit that we have a problem. It's not admit that you're a bad person or that you've got all these dramas. It's like, you know what? Hey, I actually can put hand on heart and say that I should have dealt with X problem previously. Okay, it's been there for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. Maybe it's been that we haven't had the right structured marketing rolled out last week with our social media. Maybe now that we're thinking about it, we probably didn't completely do a really well structured and systemized approach to our practical marketing with regards to some handouts and flyers that we did last month. So it might actually be a flow-on effect that we're actually going to be able to find right now. But first of all, step one is admitting we actually have a problem. Step two is then actually trailing that thread. When you just get a little bit of a run on a piece of clothing, you just give that thread a little bit of a pull and it sort of unravels a whole lot more. It's exactly the same. We need to want to go in and find that beer bottle, and we want to actually make sure that there's no other beer bottles there that are going to create further problems later. So we're not just band-aiding it like Scott could have with getting rid of the smell once and then finding out 2 days later there's another beer bottle there that we didn't get out and having that same problem happen again. We want to make sure that we find out the extent of the problem, chase that thread a little bit, and then we can put the right accurate plans in place to move forward from there. And the big takeaway, part number 3, is understanding you can't stick your head in the sand. Denying there's a problem is the worst thing you can do. Denying that it's not actually going to be a big problem, and I'm sure that I can now, I can fix it, I can do this, I can do that. Absolutely, I hope you can. But the vast majority of the time, it's about putting your hand up, and asking the question that needs to occur. Making sure that you're able to get the problem fixed properly and move on. You're not just putting a band-aid over the top, you're actually doing what needs to be done so that everything can happen just as you need it to in the near future. What's your beer bottle right now? What's that one beer bottle right now that's going to, in that situation, be the catalyst for a negative downturn or the detrimental effect on your business? Let's find it now before the top pops off and it spills through your car or your business in that situation, and you have to go and clean the business, invest or waste time, energy and money fixing that up for something that you knew was there and didn't do anything about it. So first of all, admit you have a problem. Second of all, let's chase the thread. Let's make sure we get to the depth of the problem. And number three, let's make a commitment to actually fix it once and for all, so that you don't have to be in a scenario like Scott did with the beer bottle in his car right now. And that is exactly how one beer bottle in your business can actually be the doomsday scenario that we're all trying to avoid. Go and find that beer bottle in your business right now. Cheers, everyone. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.